Today I'm going to talk about my basic skincare routine and what I do for my extra dry skin. So just quickly before I start talking, like I said, I have really dry skin. I have a tendency to break out when my skin isn't balanced and when it is extra dry, especially when it's dry like on the deeper levels. I keep my skin pretty hydrated, so I don't tend to get like flaky spots. Just because I'm really diligent, when in the past I have not been as diligent, or I've just been using products that aren't as good for my skin. I will get a little flaky, but I break out. So another thing is that I only have a few differences between my morning and night routine. I know everybody has all different types of things that they want to do. Some people don't wash their face at all in the morning. Some people have, morning cleanser, night cleanser, morning moisturizer, night moisturizer, and I think you can do whatever you feel like fits you. But what I've also found with having sensitive dry skin is that the less I mess around with it, the better my skin looks. So I used to have a daytime moisturizer. I used to use Hope in a Jar by Philosophy, which is a great one if you are if you need that hydration but you don't need something really heavy. That's a really good one. And then I used to have a night cream. I used to use the Mario Badescu Seaweed Night Cream, which is really great. It's great for sensitive skin and never irritated me, and I'll link to these two products below because I did really like them for a long time, but that no longer works for me on a regular basis either. I think I'll start with my nighttime and talk you through it, and then I'll just tell you the differences as we go. So obviously in the morning, I don't need to take my makeup off, but on a typical evening, I start with my eye makeup remover, which is the Andalou Naturals makeup remover. It's the Lash and Lid makeup remover in brightening. I love this stuff. It pumps out like a lotion, and I just use it on a little cotton pad and I wipe my eyes down with it. It takes makeup off really well. I don't wear a ton of like mascara and stuff like that. As you can see, like this is a pretty standard look for me. But it takes my makeup off really well. It takes eyeliner off really well, like waterproof stuff. It does a good job and it doesn't irritate my eyes. That's another thing I should specify, is that my eyes are very easily irritated, especially in the corners. They get like red and itchy, and so that does not irritate my skin. And this is, I think, around $8. I buy it at Natural Grocers. I have bought it at Marshall's before. I've bought it at TJ Maxx and Vita Cost, and they're all around that $7 to $9 range. So it's pretty okay. It lasts a while. I only buy like one of these a year, so pretty okay. So next, I use the Dermalogica Pre-Cleanse. This is an oil makeup remover. Again, I don't use a really heavy base. I just like to cleanse, or to double cleanse. So I like to take my makeup off, rinse it off, and then use a different cleanser. This guy, I wasn't sold on right away, but my sister gave it to me for my birthday last April. This stuff is so awesome, and it lasted through December. I just cracked this open in the last month. So it is $42, so it's expensive, but it lasts a long time. It was fine to pay that much for. So you literally just like pump this in your hand. I'm sure you've seen oil cleansing before. Rub it together and you rub it on your dry skin. It instantly dissolves all of your makeup. I make sure to get on my eyes as well, just in case there's any residue left over. Rinse it off and I'm good to go. So the next step is just to cleanse. I leave my face damp. I don't like dry my face off, and I go in with the Josie Maran Argan Cleansing Oil. I love this stuff, but it is a weird cleansing oil. It works really well for my skin, and I use this morning and night. In the morning, I just use it in the shower. I will, put it on my hands, wipe it on my face, rinse it off. I'm good. And I do the same at night, but I'm at my sink at night. So this one is weird because it starts off a little bit thick. So when it's a full bottle, it's a thicker product. And then towards the end, it gets watery, and I'm not sure why. I don't know if I'm supposed to be like mixing it. There's no inclination that works any better. I have mixed it before, like shake it every time I use it. I just love this stuff. I know a lot of people use all different types of cleansing oils. I've actually tried a ton of different cleansing oils. And this is just the one for me. I love it. It feels like I don't have to take it off with a washcloth or anything, which is something that I actually hate. I know a lot of people love using muslin cloths, washcloths, all of that, but I just want to like rinse it off of my face, and you can do that with this. There's no residue. It doesn't irritate my skin. I love this stuff. But again, this is $38, and I probably go through I've gone through maybe 3 of these in about a year because I'm obviously not done yet. So the next step after I have cleansed, pat my skin dry, I have a special towel for only my face. I will show that. I think I show that in the clip. But that's a key that a lot of people don't do, but I have a separate hand towel that like nobody else uses except for my face. So the next thing that I do is I go in with a facial spray. I love this Mario Badescu Rose Toner. I know they have a green one, and now I think they have a lavender one. I've only ever used the rose water one, and I just think this stuff is awesome. This is a big bottle, the bigger size bottle. It's $12. I think the smaller size one is $7 at Ulta. Super awesome. And I just like spray it all over my face. You can use this after makeup as well. I spray it all over my face, and I just kind of like pat it in so there's not like little individual drops on my face, and it just kind of feels like it adds a tiny bit of moisture. And I think that's the goal, or that's the key to dry skin, is that you're adding moisture in mini steps versus like just putting one thick layer on. So I do that. And then I immediately go in with my all-time favorite beauty product. It's the Mario Badescu Hyaluronic Eye Cream. My eyes are so irritable, and I get dry patches like here and up here if I don't use something that's good. I've used many different eye creams, all different price points, really high-end to really inexpensive. And this is the one. This is $18 from Ulta or mariobadescu.com. I honestly think that keeping this area hydrated is the key to not looking older than you are. So I think hydration in general is the key to not looking older than you are if you care about that. So the next step for me is an oil. So morning time, I love to use the Kiehl's Midnight Recovery Oil. This is a nighttime oil. It has lavender oil in it, which is photosensitive, so it's not like ideal for daytime, but I use this every day that I'm not going to be out in the sun, which is most days. But I love this stuff. It's so balancing, and I actually think all types of skin can use this. I've heard so many people, this is like a cult product. And it smells nice, and it lasts a long time. I've been using this stuff on a regular basis since August 2016, so about a year and a half. And this is my second bottle. I am getting lower, but I like slather this on, and it doesn't make my skin feel oily during the day. It's just really balancing, and it has a nice like lavendery natural fragrance, and I just love this stuff so much. And I think this bottle, this is the small bottle, I think it's 1 fluid ounce, and it is $42, I think. But again, lasts a long time, and I freaking love this stuff. I will probably always have this. And then at night, my oil step is the Luna by Sunday Riley. This is the smaller size, and it is I think it's only half an ounce. Yeah, it's half of a fluid ounce, and it is awesome. It is blue, which they say is from blue tansy, but there is blue dye in it, which is like kind of gross. It's one of the last ingredients, but you can see, or maybe you can't see that. It's blue. It kind of smells like tea or something. I think this stuff is so good. This has like I think it's like a retinoid or something in it. There's some sort of like version of retinol, but it's not super strong. I think if you've never used retinol products before, I think this would be totally perfect for you to use. And I actually notice a huge difference when I use this, and then when I stop using it, I notice, especially on my forehead, it has just this like smoother look to it. So it's definitely doing something. I can use it in that area. I always break out on my chin is like the main place, and this like it helps. It's wonderful. If you can ever get a sample of it, it used to only be sold in the $110 size, and I was like, no way am I buying a $110 oil. But I actually got a sample from Sephora, and then they started selling this smaller size. Often you can find them in little like gift kits and stuff too. So my finisher is the Belief True Cream, the Moisture Balm. There is one that's called the Aqua Bomb as well, and that's more of a gel-like texture, still super hydrating, but it's just meant for like an oilier skin or maybe the summer. I go through these like crazy. I hate the packaging because this whole chunky part is nothing. Like the tube just goes straight down and that's it. This is $38 for 1.6 fluid ounces or 50 mil. I go through these quite quickly, and that's like my only hesitancy. They do have a bigger size now, which I just ordered on Sephora yesterday. I think for $62 you can get double the size, so you're saving a little bit of money. And I just love this stuff. It doesn't have a fragrance. It has a light fragrance, I guess, but it's really light. And it's just like not irritating. I hear lots of people talking about both of these moisturizers. I just live by this stuff, and I feel like this is like the one for me. So that's my basic skincare routine. The only thing that I add every once in a while is an acid toner. I have the facial radiance pads by First Aid Beauty, but if I use this, I wouldn't use the Luna oil. I think they're just maybe not great to be together. I don't know that for sure. I just am like too nervous to use that together. So one thing about acid toning is it is a chemical exfoliator. So it can really help get like dead skin, but like, so I get closed comedones, which is something where it's like these little bumps on your skin. I don't want to get close, but I get these little bumps on my skin, and they basically are like, it's almost like a blackhead that can't get out, and that's where I start to get acne. And I had it terribly like a handful of years ago. It was so bad. I started using a chemical exfoliant by Vivant, and it was the 3% mandelic acid toner. You can buy it at like med spas and stuff like that. I will link to that if I can find it, but that thing like saved my life, and that was my first chemical exfoliant. So if you find that you get those, because I googled and googled and googled, and I was like, what the hell is my skin doing? Why does it have all these little bumps? Figured out that it was closed comedones, but then I was like, what the hell do I do next? And then I realized, like, the lady who was like waxing me at the time was like, hey, she had really bad acne all over her face, and she's like, I've been using this, do you want to try it? And I'm so freaking glad that she did, because I had no idea what to do. Chemical exfoliating is where it's at if you have those skin issues. It can do wonders for your skin, and I actually just like hate physical scrubs now, because they work on the surface. You can get enzymatic ones, but I'm like chemical exfoliant all the way. And I think this would be really great for people who shave their faces, like men who shave their faces and get really irritated. Chemical exfoliants are the bomb. That is my big rant, and I just wish that someone would have told me that sooner, because I really suffered with acne for a long time. Not a long time, but like a couple years, where I was like, I had no idea what I was doing, and my skin was dehydrated because I kept breaking out. So I was trying all these different things. The key for clear, nice skin for me is like moisture, like light layers of moisture and chemical exfoliating. It's just the one for me. And the only other kind of treatment product is First Aid Beauty, and it is the Ultra Repair Instant Oatmeal Mask. It's awesome. It comes in like a cream. It has colloidal oatmeal in it, and I just put it on my face. It says to leave it on for like 10 minutes. Then I'll put this on for like 30 minutes. And this is what I use when my skin is starting to like break out. If my makeup feels like it's not laying properly because my skin feels dry, this is what I use, and it's the frickin' bomb. And this I think is about $24, and I have purchased and repurchased to this. This is like my third bottle of this in the last 2 years because I love it so much. My only other love is my body moisturizer love. Curel Ultra Healing. I use this year round. People think that's crazy that I use it in the summer too, but I have dry skin in the summer as well. I love this stuff. It doesn't have a fragrance. It's super hydrating. It keeps me hydrated all day long. I don't get like scaly knees or anything like that. So I just wanted to give a quick shout out to this because I love it so much, and it's relatively inexpensive. I like the one that's usually in the winter that's labeled 25% more. It's like $8 or $9 at Target, and I go through a lot of these because I love them so much. So that is it. That's my basic skincare routine. This video is too long for a basic skincare routine, but I have a lot of feelings about this stuff, and I have worked for years and years and years to get a system for me, and now I rarely break out, and I attribute it to a lot of these products, and especially like oil cleansing and a good moisturizer. So that is everything. Thank you for listening to me ramble if you listened, and if you have any recommendations for skincare, I really want to try the Ordinary skincare brand. They're just like all sold out at Sephora right now. I'm going to try their rosehip oil, I think, and then maybe the buffet serum. But I want to know if anybody has any other products that are like similar to this vibe that they really like. I love hearing stuff. Even if I don't buy it, I love to like research it and stuff. I love skincare, and I would like to know that kind of stuff. So again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.